Today, we'll be asking the question man's been asking himself since the dawn of time. How can I own a Lamborghini? The Lamborghini Huracan. Like the Lambos before it, its name historically comes from Spanish fighting bulls. It's also the Spanish word for hurricane. Duh. 602 horsepower with a V10 engine. This car will set you back $330,000. Like a jet up here, isn't it?
I know, it's like launch. How do you shoot out?
Exactly. This is Alicia Hall. Alicia has been a life coach for about a decade. She helps her clients overcome the fears and mental barriers that keep them from reaching their goals. What if she can help me? Okay, so Alicia, you're a life coach? Is that the name? A life coach?
Yep.
It's like, what's the difference between a life coach and like a sport coach? Is it like, do we like run like life skills drills? Like, okay, everyone get up, live.
Kind of.
Let's do that one more time. Is that what happens?
Well, you know what? Like, life coaches really challenge you to get out of your comfort zone and do things you normally wouldn't do on your own. They push you kind of like an athletic coach, but the goals are a bit different in the sense of, you know, it's professional goals. It's more to do with your relationships. It's to kind of help you get out of your comfort zone to improve those areas of your life.
That sounds awesome. But like, what do you do? Like, what does a life coach do?
Essentially what they do is they help you identify where you want to be in your life and where you are now, and they help you bridge that gap.
So why can't I just do that myself?
You can try, and you know what, for some people that works. But oftentimes if it's just us, we don't really push ourselves. We don't really have that accountability to go for it, you know? So having a mentor or a coach or somebody like that, they can see those blind spots that you don't notice.
Do you ever look at people and go, I could coach that?
You know, it's so hard for me sometimes when people are talking to me about their problems. I want to sort of help. I've really got to like challenge myself sometimes, be like, no, right now they just need to be listened to.
Is that what your life coach says to you?
Yeah.
Just let it go, Alicia.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Totally.
Can't help all of them.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so you convinced me that life coach is a thing, and let's say I want to go get a life coach. How do I know the person who's a life coach is actually a life coach? How do I know they'd have just like went to the print shop, got some business cards, say life coach? How do I know a legit person or not?
Yeah, you know what? And that's why I think it's so important, so powerful to find someone who's already achieved what you want.
Okay.
Look for somebody who has achieved the results, and somehow you can kind of verify that.
Interesting. So you should find a life coach that kind of is already kind of
there, or getting there, or there.
They're on the way, the same direction, on the same path as you, up ahead.
It means they have a proven formula. It means they've already made the mistakes. They've learned from them, and you can too. So it speeds your growth process there.
So I should be, when I look for a life coach, I should be like, what kind of car do you drive?
Pretty much. Yeah.
First of all, guys are terrible at asking for help,
they are.
right?
Yeah.
All the guys think it's like macho to kind of like do it on your own and be an island, and you don't have to, I don't need any help. I don't know why I did this. I don't need any help.
They don't really do that.
I do sometimes. I just did it right now, and I think you can probably talk to people who know me. I do a lot of this.
Yeah.
But guys won't ask for help. But is there anything, like if they do muster up the courage to think and be smart enough to say, okay, I get a life coach to help me, are they harder to coach for issues that aren't just like cars, careers?
That's a really good question, because I find guys are, it's just more of a society cultural thing where we're, they're kind of told not to show those feelings or that vulnerability.
Right.
I would say that that's a really outdated belief, because if you look at anybody who's achieved anything big, they've had their coaches, their mentors, their support staff, or whatever it is, but they have support.
Right.
Nobody achieves things on their own.
Right.
So I think that whole idea, like to not ask for help, you gotta let that go if you're really wanting to level up in your life.
I want to know nitty gritty here.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, yeah. Let's go
like,
deep.
I work in social media, and one of my goals is to increase my followers,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You have to get more people watching,
Yeah.
and I need as much ego stroking as I can get. I need to feel wanted and loved and needed.
I get it.
So here, let's go through some like what you would do for me if I came to you and said, my goal is I want to increase my followers.
Well, first I'd probably ask you how many. You know, let's get specific about the number.
Let's say I want to increase my Facebook followers to 1 million.
Okay. When do you want to hit that?
Sometime later today.
Right.
Okay,
we gotta make it realistic.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
That's the other thing with goals. We gotta make it realistic.
Realistic.
Yeah.
Okay, realistic. Keep your goals realistic. All right. I'll say. Let's say in a year's time.
Okay. So now we have a bit of a goal. I would probably take you through sort of some exercises to figure out what you could be doing to do that
Okay.
you haven't been doing.
Okay.
Or maybe you've been doing it, but not enough.
Oh man, we're in the nitty gritty now.
And then once you have that number, then you got to look at where you are today and be really honest with
Okay.
yourself and go, okay, at the moment I've got this many followers. At this point in time, this is where I'm at.
Yeah.
And this is the gap. So you see where you are here and where you want to be, and you get really clear about what that gap is. And then you figure out what do you need to do to bridge the gap.
Okay. So realistic. Make sure that your goal is realistic.
Mm-hmm.
And take a realistic look at what you're doing currently, and then where you want to be, and then you want to have a set timeline so you can measure your progress, see what's happening. And
And then you need to
I'm
break
done.
it down. No, yeah, and then
I'm
you
done.
then
Oh my God, it was easy.
Yeah, it's super easy.
So is pretty much anything attainable, like with some help from
I
a
think
life
so.
coach? You
Yeah, I
so?
think so. I actually do. I
So
really
you,
do.
You feel like I could get this car?
Absolutely. I think you could.
mean, I already have a plan. All we have to do is outrun the film crew.
Well,
and that car is
yeah,
not,
okay.
it's not nearly as fast as this car.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.